Hey guys, welcome back. Sitting up late tonight, so I just finished this new script that, as usual, I'm proud of. Just got through with it. It took me a little bit to work the kinks out because it was kind of a challenge, and I like that it was an intellectual challenge. It's a little bit different. So I'll go over this one line at a time. Obviously, the first thing I do is I import OS and sys because we're going to be plugging commands directly into the terminal, and we need those two modules to do so. So the first thing after that is we're going to go ahead and remove this file called dump.dat, which is I run a command in the terminal and I dump the output of that to a file. So naturally, when I open the script, when I run the script again, I don't want to keep appending to the same file. I want it to be clean, so I basically just reset the slate, erase it. And then we're going to run this command called lsblk. What that's going to do is it's going to pull up a list of all partitions, USB, any kind of storage device that's removable, like a external hard drive, a USB storage device, SD card, anything that's plugged into the computer, even an Android phone. If it can store data and it's plugged into the computer, it's going to list it. And then from there we pipe that to grep, which is we're going to use grep. It's going to let us search all of that for specific characters. And in Linux, device will start with, it'll usually be like SDA0, SDA1, or SDB. So we just put SD in there because we're going to find all those. And then we're going to pipe that and use the cut command. Let me go ahead, let me pull this up in the terminal so I can kind of give you a reason why, show you why we're going to be doing that. Okay, as you can see here, we got all this other stuff over here. Type, RO, size, RM, but we don't need all that. We just want these. So with the cut command here, we're going to cut all this out over here. Just get rid of all that. And then we're going to output it to a file. We're going to redirect it to a file called dump.dat. Now we're going to open that file to read from it. Notice the R. And we're going to call it, the data itself, a variable called F. Now we're going to loop through each piece of that data. In other words, we're going to go from here to here to here to here, one by one. And then we're going to convert it to a list. The name of the list, I've just called it L. And this right here, we're going to remove the non-ASCII characters, which this right here, these lines and stuff, we can't do anything with that. We can't plug that in the terminal. It's going to give us an error. So that just removes it. And then we're going to print out 4 through 8, which is what we want. And then we're going to set a variable called dev, short for device, to the 4 through 8. So we basically remove what we don't need and set it to a variable there. Now we make an empty string called device, and since we converted it to a list, there's going to be some other stuff we need to get rid of, so we go ahead and take care of that here. And in the end, we're going to end up with SDA, SDA1, SDA2, so that's what all that's about. So when you print a list out, you get something that's more along the lines of that sort of thing, and we don't want that. We want it, we want SDA1 like that. So after this part, that's what it does. It's going to take each character in that, what would display as a list, and just put it into a regular string, and then we print that out to the screen, and the end result is SDA0, SDA1, etc. Now, of course, you could guess, but you don't want to guess. You don't know how many devices are on there. You don't know what number they're going to be assigned. Besides, I wanted to, beat the challenge, so guessing isn't fun to me. I want to do it right, so that's how I do it. Okay, so then we're going to plug some commands into the terminal. We use the os.system. We're just going to backtrack. We're going to go backtrack the directories, because if we're in, say we're in a folder on the desktop, we have to keep going back. We have to go back to the desktop, and then back to root, and then back to just slash. So that's what we do here when we go cd and cd and then we go to the media directory, and we make a directory, and we call that directory name each device. Now we're still in a for loop here, so don't forget. We got a for loop and a for loop and a file and a with open, which we got a file open, then we do a for loop, then we do a for loop and a for loop. And so we make a folder for each device, because on Linux, on Windows it's different. When you want to, you know, say you got a USB stick plugged in, you would just do cd h colon or something like that. But on Linux you have to actually mount the device. It's kind of like a virtual drive. You have to make a folder on the hard drive, and that folder is like a virtual drive of the disk. So if you got a USB stick in it, you access it like it's a folder on the hard drive, but it's not. It's more like a virtual thing. It's like when you mount an ISO. So then after that we mount it. So first we make the folders, and we put all the names in there, in this case all these right here, and then we mount each one of them. Now we can access everything. Like say we had 3 USB drives plugged in, an Android phone, MP3 player, and they all, you know, you can all store data on them. It's gonna mount all of those, and now we can do whatever we want with them, right? So we can copy files to them, we can delete files from them. We have all of them, they're all mounted. We don't have to sit there and type everything in and go through all this. We can just go right through every single device that's plugged up, mount them, and now we can access them from the terminal or our Python script. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Feel free to write this code down, but you know, please give me credit if you share it with others. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, comments, you know, anything like that, please let me know down in the comments section. And if you enjoy these videos and you're learning along and you're watching and they're really helpful and they help you out, please do me a favor and give me a subscription. Thank you all for watching, and again, I am Scott from Everything Awesome. Peace out.